Christian Jeltsin, a life worth remembering, a legacy worth continuing. What's compelling about Chris's life? What's so irresistible about his memory? And what's so inspiring about his legacy? Christian Jeltsin was born on August 23, 1944 in Elizabeth, New Jersey, while his father was away at war. Randy, Chris's sister, recalls Chris as being a character in elementary school, always in mischief. He became more serious in high school as he realized he needed to do well to get into college. He was active in a variety of sports, the swim team, varsity baseball, cross country, and he enjoyed bowling. He was also in the Glee Club. After a 2-year stint in the Army, including service in Vietnam, Chris got a job at Permacell, a division of Johnson & Johnson at that time. That was 1968. Moving up the ranks from manufacturing to distribution and to labor relations, by 1982, Chris was in J&J's world headquarters in New Brunswick, first as director and then as vice president of human resources. One of the big questions that Chris wrestled with as VP was how involved should a company get in dealing with employees and their responsibilities to their families. Up until that point, it was pretty clear that employees never talked to their bosses about family issues unless it was an emergency. In an interview with Ellen Galinsky of Families and Work Institute, Chris said that J&J had always done things the right way. He said that sometimes they were a little cautious, and sometimes people could say that the company was dragging its feet a little bit, but we don't do something unless we know it's the right thing to do. Once that decision has been made, then we're going to do it right. A major task force was formed at J&J to research the issue, balancing work and family responsibilities. What were employees saying? The task force worked at trying to match that up with the realities of what a corporation could do to support them in satisfying their needs to better balance work and family. In 1988, J&J hosted a kickoff meeting to announce its work-life initiative. It went nationwide. Jim Burke, J&J's CEO at the time, closed that meeting with the words, "You folks here in the human resources discipline need to know that what you're doing is probably the most important new issue for not only Johnson & Johnson, but for America itself." As Chris invested his time and efforts in developing programs and initiatives that addressed life, family, and work balance, Chris devoted time to what was most important to him. One of Chris's most memorable times was when he hosted an executive conference series at J&J called Lunch and Learn. Mr. Rogers was invited to come and talk to management about the importance of early childhood education and made suggestions about what J&J as a corporation could do. Chris was proud that everything they did was by design and not by chance. In 1992, First Lady Hillary Clinton visited J&J's Child Development Center. She toured the program and read to the children. It was a model program and facility that Chris was proud of. Chris said in an interview that change is often very difficult for people to accept. He stressed the importance of respecting the workforce as well as the management. If you follow his advice, you're ahead of the game because they know you and respect your intellect. In Chris's words, certainly any organization has other champions that you can tap into that will help you. It can be men or women. It needs to be both. Chris's life ended on October 15, 2003, at which point his legacy began as New Jersey's first official champion of children. First, New Jersey Advisory Child Care Council, and now Professional Impact New Jersey, have continued to honor leaders who work as champions of the early childhood workforce. The effect that these individuals have made in this most vital field of concern to every working family cannot be overstated. It's an investment in our society and culture to ensure that our children be in the most ideal, nurturing environment possible. Chris Jeltsin not only got this, he worked tirelessly towards this fundamental aspiration: championing the early childhood workforce.